Hello everyone, this is Diane. Today is Friday, the last day of May, and I went to an estate sale. I was at my sister's house. I'll tell you about that in another video. I did a little day trip with my sisters and my brother-in-law yesterday, and we got home late last night, and I don't drive in the dark, so we had planned on me spending the night at my sister's. So I came home this morning after we had breakfast, and then I was just, trying to figure out how I was going to be spending my day, and then I remembered there was an estate sale in this area today, and so I put my shoes back on, and went out and went to the estate sale. So I didn't get a ton. It looks like a pretty big pile right here, but there are office supplies and some books, just a few, and some craft supplies that I don't even know, like they're in bags. So I saw something in the bag I wanted, and I know there's stuff in there I don't want, but we'll go through that together. So this is just a pile of file folders, and I'm just going to be cutting up file folders to use for, and I already have a bunch, but I got more. But I cut them out. I put them on the backs of ephemera, and I stamp on them and make all kinds of ephemera. These are just a little bit unique because there's this label, embossed spot for a label right there, or to write in that as a label. I don't know if you could see that. And they have pockets, so there's a little more material to use. Cut that out, cut that off, and then make ephemera out of it. So that's a good size portion of file folders. I got this. They had a whole bunch of these, and it is neat. They're pretty colors. I didn't get it for that because my room doesn't have any, my craft room. I just use what I have, and I don't match up all my storage containers or anything. And this doesn't match anything in my room. But I know what I'm going to do with this, so I picked out one and brought it home. Some more office supplies are these large envelopes. Some white ones and some manila ones. I like this color. It's like a manila folder color, but it's papery, more papery, and then the darker ones. So I can use these for crafting and for mailing out orders and stuff. And those are stuck together. So, oh, there's a little one stuck in there. And this pile is cardstock that looks like manila cardstock, but it's a little bit more yellow, but I will definitely use this. It's a nice thick pile of that. And then some padded envelopes, and I use these to pack my orders, certain orders. So I just took whatever they had for that. There's some pretty unique papers here in my office supply stack too. But I have books next here in my pile, and this one is just a quote book. Volume 4, Movie Quotes for Unscripted Moments. So I thought I would just tear out a page and put it in a pocket for fun in a journal. Each of us must dance to his own tune. Major Charles Emerson Winchester, MASH. Lots of nice quotes from the movies. I'll have fun reading those. And, oh, look at that. Page to write on. Quotes to keep. Showtimes. So there's a page to write on in the back of each of these sections. That's nice. So that's a fun little find. And I like the cover of this, of course. It is The Life and Adventures of Robinson Crusoe, which I do not believe I've ever read. Maybe I should read it before I take it apart. But this cover is 5 1/4 by 8 inches. And I thought it was a really fun cover. It was published in 1946 of this edition. I'm probably not interested in the pictures in it, but maybe I will try reading it. I've never thought about reading it because I don't know, I just wasn't interested in it, but it is a classic, so I'll keep the cover. And I got a couple of coloring books because they make fun pages in a journal. This one is Happy Place coloring book. That'd be a fun pocket. But it's full of flowers, right? Well, it just says Happy Place. So, a gift of my Bob as I journey through anxiety in my 80th year. Oh my goodness. I'll have to read the rest of that. Oh, how nice. Doesn't look like she used it at all, but she did use other coloring books. There was one that was pretty much used up. So, like I said, just fun pictures or pages to put in journals. And this one, I think some of it's used and torn out. Fabulous Florals. Bob got me this today. It was just in March of 23. Mary Margaret, age 80. For Lent, I'm still coloring for senior art therapy. It's nice that she made notations of all that. And this was an estate sale. It was not called a living estate sale, so I don't think. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I don't know. But it's, again, fun pages. And quite a few of them have been torn out, so she colored some and tore them out. Look what I found. 3 of the little golden guide books or field guides. We have birds, and this one is rattier than the others. $19.56. And this one is Flowers, 134 paintings in full color. This one looks not as old, 1950. What was this one? 56. Well, I guess she liked the bird one better. But again, it's beautiful flowers. And I don't think I've ever had this one. Non-flowering plants, 1967. So there are mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. Maybe some ferns. They're non-flowering, aren't they? Algae, fungi, lichens, mosses, liverworts and hornworts, ferns and fern allies, gymnosperms. Don't even know what that is, but there's the ferns. Oh, pine cones are a type of gymnosperm. Well, that's cool. But lots of mushroom pages and fungi. So those are some good books. Now the office supplies, and then we'll get to the craft supplies. This is just an old composition type of book. Very sturdy cover, not decorative at all. What fun could I have decorating that? And then maybe I'll just use this. I'll decorate the cover for myself and just use this to write in. Not as a journal, but I don't know what I would use it for. But I just really like this. It's got book cloth on it, and I don't think it was ever used. Let's say it looks intact, and the paper looks a bit aged, and there is no barcode, so it's an older composition book. And this was, I just discovered this after I got home. I did not even know I had it. It was stuck in the middle of the file folder stack, in between the folders. And it's a couple of tablets. Looks like 3 tablets of things to do from IBM. Write it, don't try to remember it. To do, date, and the date completed and initial when complete. So that's all it is, but these will be really fun to put in journals. Maybe it was just one tablet that just fell apart because there's no backing, but it's a lot of paper. Fun. And I found this tablet, Veltex 450 Engineering Sketchpads. And they are that kind of a grid paper. Kind of like a thick vellum, I think. It's the grid and then the grid inside the grid. And that last page is quite yellow, but looks like a pretty full tablet. It is vellum. No, I don't know. It says custom format printing, drafting film, cloth, vellum, paper. I guess these are all the things that you can get from this company. But I believe these are vellum. Yeah, I could see my thumb through that. Then I have this DeltaPad, DataPad, sorry. Efficiency DataPad, 12 columns plus summary, 50 sheets in a pad. And can you see the lines? They're not very dark. They are blue lines going across like a notebook paper, and then the red lines coming down. So it's not exactly a ledger, but it's a data pad. So I wonder what her husband did for a living. Looks like a full pad. And then there is another one. These are stuck together. 2, 3, 4. No, wait, I already had 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So I was happy about all of the office supplies, and that's why my pile was so high here on my table. I picked up this tablecloth. There were some linens. I didn't look very thoroughly at them, but I saw this blue. I loved the blue color, and I had to take a peek, and I love it. I can see stains on it. I was thinking maybe I would use it on my table, but I think there are too many stains on it. But look how pretty. Such pretty colors. Because it's about the right size for my table. I have 2 vintage tablecloths that I've gotten at estate sales that I use on my table. They both feature red, and I thought it would be nice to have this, but my first thought was to use it in a journal. And then I thought, well, maybe I could have it on my table, but there's a lot of staining on it. But isn't it pretty? I would cut these things out and use them in journals. And I got this, which is a lot of ribbon, but I think this would be a nice ribbon for putting through an eyelet on your front cover, one on the front, one on the back, and then having it tie. So there's a lot of this, and it's a nice, pretty color. Neutral, but pretty. And I picked up this pair of little craft or thread scissors. See how they work. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna have to go through these bags and see exactly what's in them. I thought they would be fun. There were drawers, plastic drawer units in this room, and there were different Mod Podge of hodgepodge, not Mod Podge, hodgepodge of craft supplies in the drawer. So I went through each one and just kind of checked them out quickly and pulled some things out. This was one thing that I pulled out, and I just love this pattern. It is a wired ribbon, but I will pull the wire out when I use it, and it's not a whole lot here, but I just love that, the colors and the pattern on that. And I grabbed this for patriotic journals. And this embroidered ribbon, which I think is really cool. And this blue, it's a ribbon with crochet with a ribbon through it. And it's a kind of a long piece. And this little packet of Stylish Accents by Offray. I almost forgot one. They're just little ribbon rosettes with a ribbon rose in the center. And the rosettes, of course, form flower petals. And it's green gingham ribbon. They're pretty. They'll decorate a journal nicely. And a packet of gold stars appliques. Let's look at this one first. These 3 bags were also in those drawers, but I saw this and thought I could use this on little golden book journals and the like. Isn't that fun? There's quite a bit there. Just a scrap that matches. This isn't in this. I don't believe this is handmade. This is just a scrap of fabric. And these I probably won't use. I do like this plaid though. That's pretty. That's all that was in the bag. These 2 wired ribbons and this big ruffle. Let's see what's in here. I know that there were some things I thought looked good in here, and I knew that she wouldn't charge for each individual thing that I picked up. This is for, I believe it is for stabilizing a hem. It's a black, kind of like a black interfacing type of material, and you would fold your hem up, fold this up inside the hem, and it would help stabilize the hem. I believe that's what it's for. It might be iron-on, I don't know. I'm not keeping it. I thought this was cute. And it's handmade. You can see the hand stitching to close it, where it was turned right side out. It's really cute. There's this. I don't know why it has black wire threaded around it, but it's just this pearly kind of a trim. I probably won't keep this. It would be, I know it would be fun on the cover of a journal, but the pine cone is falling apart already, so I don't need to keep it. I've got a bell. I can add that to my Jingle Bell collection. I'll keep that. This is probably buttons. Oh, it's snap. The kind of grommet things like for jeans. A mirror. Some felt butterflies. They're fun. I'll use those. Some little heart stickers. I forgot what that's called. Another Jingle Bell. There's a locket with somebody's picture in it, a little girl. I won't use this. Well, I'll just snip it instead of trying to untangle it with my new scissors. So this is just a ribbon with some ribbon roses on it. I could use that. Maybe. It's a fabric flower. I wonder if it's a sticker or an iron-on. It's got a backing. It's an iron-on. It's got little tiny delicate flowers on it. I thought I saw treble clefs in here, but it's 8 and whatever this is. Looks like a little hook kind of a thing. And together in the bag, it looked like a treble clef. And I don't think I'll use this. It says Ladies from Hell since 1956. And there are 2 of them. And a barrette clip. So I got it for this, and I wasn't sure what those appliques were that I just threw away. I thought I would want them, but I do like the felt and the cloth flower and this. I wouldn't have gotten it for these, but I might be able to use them. And I took my pile of stuff. I had them on the dining room table in the house, and then let Jolena know that I was done. I had all my stuff, and she came. She didn't even really look, pick things up and look through it. She just kind of gave it a look over and then charged me $10 for everything. And that was worth it just for those 3 field guides. These are tiny little sequins, kind of mother of pearl like. That's just a vinyl measuring tape. I thought there might be some millinery flowers in here I could use. Oh, that's cute. A little snowman and mittens. I could use those. Some more of these pine cone embellishments. I don't like the silver roses. Oh, we've got more sequins here that are a little more yellow than those, and some tiny beads. And these little flowers. They're pretty. I like those. And these are pretty too. I'm not sure how I would use them. I'm hanging on to them because I'm sure I could embellish things with these little flowers. And I want to see what this one is like. Probably what I would do with this is take it apart and use the petals. Maybe the leaves. So that is what I got at the estate sale. My favorite is definitely the pads of office papers and the field guide books and and the tablecloth. And those were worth the $10 I paid, and this stuff is extra fun stuff. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of these things that I got at the flea market or at the estate sale. And I'm really hoping to get to working on the Barbie journals next week. I've had a whole week of not working on a journal. I have started cutting pages for the Barbie journals, but I haven't even finished that. It's just been a week with lots of activity, and I'm doing other things for my shop, for my shop and my videos and stuff, and not working on journals. So it's been a strange week for me. So I'm hoping that maybe starting Monday, I can work on the journals and you'll see something other than what I've been showing on my videos. You'll see some craftiness. So come on back and see what happens next in my pretty pink cottage. And I'm glad that you came along today to see what I found at the estate sale. I'll see you soon. Bye.